Hello and welcome to the jump scare that is my face right now. I haven't just like sat and chatted for a while, so I felt like I was just gonna do that today. We're just gonna sit, chat, have a little catch up on what's going on because a lot of things happened this week. I got really distracted by something related to what I'm gonna be talking about today. Also, as I'm getting ready, this was basically my like everyday makeup on cruise line. So this is my fast, easy, lazy girl makeup to try and look decently human. I would do this in like 15 minutes every day. So if you wanted to know what Disney look makeup I wore while working for cruise line, this. So I feel like such an old person. I feel like all the makeup that I use is like products from a million years ago that like the kids don't use anymore. I think saying that made me sound even older. Let's just have a little chat because I've only put out vlogs since I've been home and I feel like you've missed a lot, but a lot is also just very obvious. Number one, obviously I am home. I worked on a cruise ship from October to March. I was there October 1st to March 18th and now I am very clearly back home. Super fun and I do really recommend it to everyone, so I'll have more info on cruise line stuff coming up. Obviously I'm home, I am alive. It's weird to be home. I think I mentioned this in a vlog that I think already went out, but I don't really feel like I'm like home, if that makes sense. I just kind of feel like I'm living here temporarily because I've been like bounced around so much over the last 6 months, but I'm here for another like, I think it's 24 days, something like that, and I am going back to Florida. You already saw this if you follow me on Instagram. I booked a very long trip to Disney World in May. So when I'm filming this, it's like almost the middle of April and I leave May 5th, which I'm very excited about. And I'm not coming back until June 2nd, which is crazy. I'm there for exactly a month, but we have a lot of plans and that's why I'm there for a month. This started off with last year, me and Ryan booked a cruise. This was before I even applied to work for Disney Cruise Line. I didn't apply until like July, I think, with DCL, so this was like way before that. This was like February, something like that. We booked a 7-day Western Caribbean cruise on the Fantasy. And this is how this whole trip kind of started around that. Because I was like, okay, I'll go on this cruise. And then my contract ends in March. We'll see how we're feeling and we'll just work around that. Sorry if I feel like we're a little dark. It's very gloomy today. Started with that and then I got home and I was just like, ugh, I don't really like being here. Like I feel like I'm doing nothing. I'm unemployed right now and I'm just kind of bored. I'm also still currently, technically, a full-time employee for the Walt Disney Company, so I get all of my company benefits still. So I was like, okay, it just makes sense to go longer to Florida. I decided we'll do like a big long month trip. I'll leave, you know, 3 weeks or whatever before this cruise. Make a whole thing of it. I weirdly enough have never been to Universal Studios, which is like so bizarre to me. I've been to the one in California when I was like really young, but I never went to the one in Florida. Because in my mind, back when I did my programs in 2018, 2019, it was like super easy. There was no reservation system, so we could just like go to the parks, whatever. So I was like, why would I pay to Uber? Because I didn't have friends with any cars on my first program. I was like, why would I pay to Uber to Universal and spend money to go to Universal when I could just go to Disney for free? I didn't go to Universal at all, ever. I've never been, which is like insane because I love Harry Potter. So I'm probably gonna get the Universal seasonal annual pass, which I'm like so excited about because one, it's very cheap and I'll only ever be there on dates that don't have blockouts, so it works out perfectly. So I'm gonna do Universal, which I'm very excited. So I'm excited to see like Velocicoaster and Hagrid's. There's just so much stuff that I'm excited to see. So that is like number one on our list. Number two, Ryan works for SeaWorld, so he gets into SeaWorld and Busch Gardens, and I've been to SeaWorld in San Diego like back in like the early 2000s, back when shouldn't have the best reputation. But I've never been to Florida, so we'll get to go to SeaWorld there, which will be fun. And then we'll do like a little day trip to go to Busch Gardens, because again, I'm a big coaster fan. I love like Knott's Berry Farm. When I lived in Vancouver, we had like our tiny little playland there, and I would love to go to that. So I think I'll love Busch Gardens. So long story short, from May 5th to June 2nd, I will be in Orlando. If anyone is around, let me know. If you see me in the parks, let me know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Disney. I might get an annual pass because the cast member block updates are like kind of wild right now, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just be Universal every day and be a trader. That's kind of point number one there. Oh, also, obviously, we're also going on this cruise at the end of May. So this is like so obscure and no one will be on it, but if anyone by any chance happens to be on the Disney Fantasy the last week of May for a Western Caribbean cruise, I will be on it. And I'm so excited. Obviously, I know Disney Cruise Line very well. It was my life. But if you don't know, every ship has their own show. So I'm not a big Aladdin fan in general. But I also am not going to go on the Dream because the Dream's itineraries are not great right now. So I'll probably wait till the Dream is in Miami if I ever go on the Dream, because I want to see Beauty and the Beast so bad. I've heard from everyone that Beauty and the Beast is like the best show that Disney has. I'm excited to see the shows. They have Believe, where we have Disney Dreams on the Wonder. So I was also very lucky in the sense that my privileges working for Disney Cruise Line, I was able to like go everywhere. Not everywhere, but like I was able to go see shows and go eat in Deck 9 and walk around and go to movies and stuff like that, where a lot of crew don't have those privileges. But it's still just gonna be so weird to like, I don't know, have time off and get to do things. If you don't know, you work every single day when you work on a cruise line. I had a total of 2 days off my entire contract, which was about 170 days long, and one of them is because I was sick, so I could not leave my room. It'll be so weird just to like, I don't know, be able to walk around, to eat in restaurants. Oh, I only ate in 2 restaurants. My whole contract, I've only eaten Anna Marie's Palette and Palo. So, oh my gosh, to get to eat, oh, at restaurants every day. Oh, I'm so excited. It'll just be like so much fun. I also have never been on a big ship. So the Magic and the Wonder are sister ships and are the older ships. So they're a lot smaller than the classic ships. And then the Dream and the Fantasy are the bigger new ships. I've never been on a big ship. So even just like seeing photos of their atrium, I'm like, I'm gonna get so lost on the ship. They have 14 decks, I think, compared to 10. It's just, it's so crazy. I'm so excited. So if there's anything that you want to see content-wise for Disney Cruise Line as a guest, let me know, because that's what we are doing. We have some excursions booked too, but I don't know how much I would even end up getting filmed of those, because this camera, she's on her last legs, man. I love this camera. She's been with me for, well, like 4 years, but I don't think she could survive some excursion. She's on her way out, and I don't have like a GoPro or anything, so we'll see. So that's out of the way. Those are my plans for the next month. I'll be back here June 2nd, and then we have plans tentatively, but that's number 1. Number 2, let's talk about international programs. So if you are someone who's interested in Disney international programs, and honestly that's probably how you found my channel, you either found it through international programs or cruise line, they reopened everything this week and everything is moving very fast. It's crazy. So we'll do like a short recap, and if you guys want more information, I have literally an entire playlist. I think it's up here. I'll try and link it, an entire playlist on programs information. I did 2 programs, 2018 as attractions, 2019 as character attendant. I did the cultural exchange programs, the CEP, but there's also the cultural representative program, which is the CRP. Very different programs. I'm not gonna go into it, but it's a thing. They opened both of them up this week. I am kind of Crossroads. CEP, she's done, she's dead, she's gone. We're not gonna do it again. I am graduated. I haven't gone to like convocation yet, but all my credits are done. I've talked to my school. I'm done school, which is insane. Only took me 9 years. But if you don't know, I went to SFU in BC. I am a double major in criminology and communications with a certificate in legal studies. Have I ever used my degree a single day of my life? No. CEP, you need to be a full-time student. I am simply not a full-time student, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't apply. People were thinking that maybe they would amend graduation requirements, blah, blah, blah. They have not, and I honestly think that they just can't because it's a like visa regulation, not a Disney call. Then there's CRP, which is the year-long program. You work at Epcot, and I'm kind of torn about this because I don't love the location. Epcot is my least favorite park. I will say it proudly. I'm not an Epcot stan. I think I got so lucky with my last role. Like, I love my last role with company because being an attendant was so much fun that, like, I don't know, going back to the parks, I feel like I'd be so bored, even though, like, yes, I know I work merchandise now for Cruise Line. I think I'd just be so bored, but I don't know. It's kind of on my radar. I don't know how it works right now because, again, like I said, I'm technically still an employee of the company, and I know sometimes you can't apply for things if you're already working for them, blah, 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 blah. I don't really know how it works. So I haven't made any choices yet because I wouldn't be going, even if I could, until like 2023. And I don't even know what role I would be interested in because obviously I have experience in attractions, but now I have experience with the company and merchandise. So I'd probably go for merchandise because all of my non-Disney experience is merchandise. I don't really know. I'm kind of torn about it. I like the idea in theory. In practice, I feel like there's so much like going on in my life that I need to work out still, that I maybe can't put my life on pause for another year, but I don't know. Probably not helpful to anyone and not what you wanted to hear, but my life is just a big question mark. In reality, I'll probably just end up applying for it just to see, especially because they seem to be doing everything over Zoom right now, because I know the cultural exchange program had like a Zoom presentation interview. So if there's no pressure to like travel places, especially because they'd probably be interviewing when I'm in Florida next month, because I know someone today posted they would hear back, I think they said in 3 to 4 weeks or something, or 2 to 3 weeks. So I'd probably hear when I was back in Florida, so I could do a Zoom interview. So there's not really any pressure to do it, so I'm thinking I may just apply and see what happens. I did my makeup in like 16 minutes too, so this is literally the makeup that I wore every single day to work, unless it was like a fun themed day or something. That's just kind of what I've been up to, what I've been doing. I want to just like give a little bit of information. If you didn't know, programs are back. If you have not already joined the Facebook group, join the Facebook group. I'm not just saying that because I'm the administrator for the Facebook group, but also I am. But join the Facebook group. There is a lot of questions being bopped around. There's also a Discord server as well that I'll try and leave any links I can down below, so you can ask questions there, or you can always hit me up on Instagram as well. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. This is just like a super quick, chatty, what we've been up to video to kind of see where I'm at. I have more like cruise line-esque videos coming soon. I have a few that I still need to film. It's just like a fine line of while I'm still working for them, what am I allowed to say for the most part. That is it. Hopefully this just gives you guys a little bit of updates. If there's anything else you want to see from me, let me know. Drop a comment. If there's anything else you want to see in Orlando at all, let me know. Anything you want to see in Disney, let me know. Besides like the obvious, like I'll be doing food and wine, I'll be going to Universal and all this stuff. But if there's anything specific you want to see, let me know, and I will see you guys in a couple of days with a new video. Bye.